Before globalisation became a dirty word, the rally fraternity tried to bring it about with marathon rallies. The idea was to celebrate our ability to drive anywhere in the world and to do it as quickly as possible. The first was the London-Sydney Rally in 1968, and it was won by Andrew Cowan in a car like this.
It was 7,000 miles from London to Bombay, 7 days, and then across Australia was 3,000 miles, 3 days. When I say 7,000 miles, 7 days to Bombay, we did stop for 3 hours every second day sort of style for a break, but it was more or less non-stop. It was a long time.
And how were your sleeping conditions?
Well, this was another decision that we made, again, to make our car reliable. We decided that people are going to get very, very tired, and that usually in a rally you went with a two-man crew, but we thought for London-Sydney, because of this tiredness, that we would probably be better off with three-man crew, and when the others are getting tired, we can still push on, and that's in fact what happened.
The first one that I did was the London-Sydney, and I was in a Lotus Cortina. And my one distinction on that event was that I actually, because the pistons had burnt out when we got down as far as Kabul, and the mechanics tried to fix it, but they blanked off two of them or something. But when I got to the Khyber Pass, of course, it hadn't enough power to go up the Khyber Pass. So my father had told me many years before that if a car won't go forward, it'll always go in reverse. So I turned the car around and I reversed the entire way over the Khyber Pass.
An amazing period of car development and incredibly long rallies. When you think the rallies like the London-Mexico with this 2.5, there were 3 stages over 500 miles long, which is just more than almost the whole of the World Championship now, just one stage.
Those were the days when men were men and we carried the cars on our backs if we had to. You know, none of this mamby-pamby, won't drive in the dark and only work office hours type of approach. Somebody made the comment, I think it was Mike Wood the other night, that he thinks the word rally should be withdrawn from this modern-day activities.
Tell me, Lucien Bianchi, who was leading at the time just outside Sydney, how true was the curse of the Aboriginals?
Well, that was quite a funny story. It was Des O'Dell who was standing when we came out of the bush onto the main track heading back for Sydney, and this Aboriginal said to Des, he said, how's your car doing? And Des said, we're lying second. And he said, who's leading? And he said, it was this guy in a Citroen. And he said, would you like me to stop him? And he said, I'll point the bone. So he picked up this bone from the side of the road, a kangaroo bone or a skeleton of some sort, and as he went past he pointed the bone at him, and Des said, what's going to happen with that? He said, you won't get to Sydney. So that was in fact quite true, but I'm sure it had no effect on the end result.